At some point, game studios stopped trying to sell you a game and instead started trying to keep you and your attention forever. There was a moment where the industry realized quickly, oh, this approach makes way more money. And after that, everything started to feel the same. You see, before all of this, gaming and the game industry was a pretty simple deal. You would go to the store or you'd go on the marketplace, whatever. You would buy a game and then you would play it. And then eventually you would move on. Whether you beat it once or twice or something like that, you eventually moved on. Whether it was something like Skyrim or even Call of Duty, like Call of Duty 2, for example. The goal was very clear. Make a finished product that is good that people will want to buy. Multiplayer existed, but it was not the entire business model. It was a feature, it wasn't the product. Studios in this long ago time made their money when you went and bought their game. Then the big turning point, Fortnite happened.
Let's now talk Fortnite, shall we? It's the newest video game craze spreading across fast among kids, college kids, even celebrities. And while it's fun, it is also frustrating for parents and teachers and anyone else who's heard, I can't, I'm playing Fortnite.
Free to play, cosmetic only monetization, battle passes, constant updates, live concerts, events, etc., etc. Now, I'm not saying that all of that stuff was entirely new and original. We had seen some of this before in gaming, but Fortnite was the first time that all of these principles and these features and these ideas came together in like a nuclear bomb. Fortnite went far beyond gaming. It hit everybody. You had kids in the streets flossing. You had adults playing the game. You had what I would assume to be the largest spike in streamer viewership and earnings that the industry has ever seen. I mean, it turned becoming a video game streamer into this massive, desirable career for kids and adults alike.
I have no intention of stopping anytime soon.
And the most important thing about Fortnite is that it made billions of dollars. Billions of dollars, by the way, from a game that cost you $0 to purchase and download. That is when the industry realized something, that selling a game, selling a final product one time might literally be the worst version of this business for them. Fortnite did not invent the model, but it solidified it. It proved that it was the truth.
They're so consumed in this game. They're disconnected from the real world.
And after Fortnite, everything shifted. Every major studio started asking the same questions. They were looking over that fence over at Epic Games at Fortnite, and they were thinking, how do I do that? You started seeing it everywhere. You look at Apex Legends comes out of nowhere. Free to play, Call of Duty Warzone, free to play, Halo Infinite. Multiplayer goes free, monetization goes towards cosmetics. Games stopped being releases and they became platforms. And studios stopped asking the question, is this game good? And they started looking at it wondering, will someone just continue to play this for months and months and months? The goal was no longer to finish a game. It was just to make sure you kept logging in. Now, something else big changed too, and it wasn't just how games were being made, it was who was making those creative decisions for these games. When a video game can generate billions of dollars over time, it's no longer treated like this passionate little creative project. It's now treated like an asset. And an asset is going to get managed, it's going to get optimized, it's going to get protected. And the bigger the budget continues to get, the less room that there is for risk. So instead of these small teams of passionate nerds clumped into these tiny little meeting rooms with post-it notes all over the walls, creating a shared, unique vision, something that would offer something new to the gaming industry, Now you just have these massive corporatized studios, these massive teams pumping hundreds of millions of dollars into these games, and they're all just building something that feels safe, something that can appeal to everyone. The problem is usually when you try to make a creative project that appeals to everyone, you end up with something that no one is excited for. And when your entire business model depends on keeping your players engaged over years, you don't need bold ideas anymore. You need consistency, pipelines, roadmaps, systems that can just run and keep chugging on and on and on. And somewhere in all of that corporate mess, video games just stopped feeling like something that people wanted to make. And they started to feel like something that these creatives were told to maintain. It's not that these devs over time stopped caring. It's just that they're no longer the ones who are in control.
Because when everybody plays, we all win.
Because when we see the strength of a united gaming community, we remember that we've never seen a challenge that you can't defeat.
And this is where things really start to feel off in the gaming industry, because when you optimize your product for retention, keeping someone logging in day after day, everything just starts to look the same. Battle passes, daily challenges, limited time events, rotating in-game shops, systems that are just designed to keep you playing. It's like a slot machine. You look at like a loot box system, right? Not to mention the predatory practices of some of these games that get little Joey to go grab his mom's credit card so that he can buy whatever kind of in-game coin system his favorite game has, so that he can buy a banana costume for his character.
I want the banana one!
And when this model of retention misses, I mean, you get some really, really poor results. You get something like Conquered, right? This is a game that doesn't feel like someone's vision. This just feels like a product that's trying to justify its existence. You're no longer playing the game, ladies and gentlemen. The game is playing you.
Ha! Gay!
Now, to be completely fair, I'm not trying to sit here and doom and gloom and say that the video game industry is ruined, because it's quite the opposite of that. It's not ruined. It has certainly changed over time. But even like Fortnite itself, I mean, that game was insanely creative. I mean, we saw some truly inventive mechanics, the whole building system, stuff that we've never seen in games before. And its reach was insanely massive. And what gives me hope, and I'm sure a lot of people feel this way as well, is that there's plenty of awesome stuff happening outside of the AAA gaming studio space, right? Some of the most incredible creative games we've ever seen have come out over the last couple of years. It's not that creativity has died in this industry, but for a lot of these big companies, the incentives have certainly changed. It's not that Fortnite inherently ruined gaming, but it did change the incentives. It showed the industry a new definition of the word success when it comes to a video game. And once that happened, there was no going back. It's just that it's not that games inherently all suck. It's just, well, what kind of games are going to be made when this is the new goal?